Hey, I'm Gene Goldman, and today is Monday, November 21st. Here's a look at the week ahead. This week, expect a very quiet week given the Thanksgiving holiday. Expect less market volume, but this does create the potential for more market volatility. We will see very little economic data this week. We will get reports on durable goods, new home sales, jobless claims, but none are really market moving. We will also be watching reports from Black Friday retail sales numbers. Clearly, as we know, the consumer has been impacted by high inflation and rising rates, and this has really manifested itself into mixed earnings reports that we saw from some of the key retailers last week. With all this said, though, the most important thing we'll watch is the Fed's FOMC meeting minutes from the November 1st and 2nd meeting. And we'll look for three things from this report. Number one, at the FOMC meeting, there seemed to be a very strange disconnect. If you think about the meeting, the Fed released a very dovish statement after the meeting, but then the head of the Fed, Jay Powell, at his press conference was very hawkish. Again, there's some disconnect there. We want to get more clarification around this whole potential disconnect. Second of all, we want to know, was there any discussion on the cumulative tightening of raising rates and how it's a lag on economic activity? Basically, the Fed has been raising rates aggressively. How has this impacted the economy overall? And third of all, the most important thing we'll look for is that since this Fed meeting, we saw a weak CPI report and a weak PPI report. Both are really important inflation reports, but Fed speakers last week all downplayed these reports. We heard comments such as additional work to be done, need to see further progress on slowing inflation, labor conditions are too tight, and one weak report does not make a trend. All of this suggests that the Fed is still pretty hawkish. The markets don't believe it, given that expectations of Fed rate hikes were actually slowing down last week. So we want to see any clues on the emergence of any potential Fed doves, those people that don't want the Fed to raise rates as much. So our overall takeaway this week, expect low market volume and lack of economic reports could create more market volatility. We'll be carefully watching the Fed's meeting minutes from Wednesday. Again, the Fed seems to be a bit disconnected right now, and we need to get any clarification in terms of what the Fed is thinking. Thank you for listening. Happy Thanksgiving. For more information, please follow us on Twitter at SaterraIM, and see you next week. Thank you.